Hello? Yeah.
Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5. Please, sir. 3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Greetings and salutations.
Stop trying to sound like you're happy and chipper, because we're not.
What?
We're not chipper.
Why?
It is.
But I mean, I can at least pretend to be, right?
Well, you can pretend.
Okay, fine.
You can pretend.
Thank you.
But
Let me be. Let me fake it. All right.
you're
Till I make
fake it till you make it.
Yes.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Wow, really?
I'm going to fake it until I make it, or I'm going to die trying.
It's gonna be.
It's how we're gonna do this today.
Is that what we call that? Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna fake it, or you want me to?
No, you
just
go ahead.
Be real.
You're fine. You're
You
fine.
just want me to be real?
Yeah, just be real.
I'm gonna be real.
Be real then.
Guys, welcome to DOA Show, also known as Defenders Live on Mojo 50.
Mm-hmm,
Go to mojo50.com. Seriously, go over there. Check out all of the amazing folks over there.
So much better.
So many better hosts, so many much better prepared shows. the
jeez.
audios and stuff are better. Some of the visuals are even better.
I mean, who really wants to stare at our faces? I mean,
I
yeah,
don't.
Sure,
I
but
don't.
Sure, that one there. But
She's not staring at it. She's more like, all
but
right,
I mean,
I'm here.
she no. Looking at her face, much better.
Well, yeah, but that's the only reason why anybody's here.
Right.
And we've established this years ago. I say years ago.
Years ago.
Like it feels like
few
feels
weeks
like
ago?
years. After today, the past 2 days I've had, it feels like years. Anyway, mojo50.com. Check out everything is over there. So many great shows going on. So many more being added.
Yes.
Awesome stuff along the way there. Go to our website, which has been newly refurbished.
It has been.
It looks all swanky.
It does.
DOAEshow.com. That is
Please do.
DOAEshow.com.
Yes.
We also have put up 3 new apparels, a couple T-shirts, Arm Yourself T-shirts, and an ugly sweater. Because you know what? Ugly sweater parties are right around the corner.
Yes. And starting it off right over on the Twitters, which you can find us at DOA Show.
At DOA Show on all the social
At
medias.
Dylan Lyles, at Stephen Airy, hashtag arm yourselves. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Defenders Live is like a good steak. Never well done.
That's true. This is true. You
Well-
know what? I will even, because it's been a while.
know what?
I will even.
I'm retweeting that. There you go.
And he gets to that's true. That's
Ah,
but you know what? Today is Tuesday.
it is Tuesday.
And you all know what that means.
It did.
If you don't, you're about to find out. Hang
Right.
on to your seats.
Check it out.
Yay!
I got in line there. I actually.
I know we did. It was pretty good. The lady, the myth, the legend, Miss Carrie Melinak. Hi.
Yes. Hello.
Happy Tuesday. How was your week, darling?
Well, it's only Tuesday.
I know.
Oh, man.
That's
That's
what I
the
said
point.
too. It's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday, and yet it feels like such a long week already.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I've been doing lately though is so I painted our eating. I say eating room. It's
The little nook.
It's like the breakfast nook, but we eat everything there. So it's our dining room, but it's not really a dining room. It's a little nook. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just painted it, and while I was painting, I binge watched Downton Abbey.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
Have you guys watched that?
I haven't been able to binge watch anything in a while.
The drama gets to me. I'm like,
Oh, it's totally a soap opera.
Is it?
Totally a soap opera.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It gets to me.
Yeah.
Is it
there's-
really like?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
it's a British soap opera in the
set
like
in the 20s.
set in the 20s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not.
Oh.
I'm really enjoying it, but it is a total soap opera. And I told my oldest, I said, if this were American, the people who have died would come back to life, or they'd have evil twins. Like that's the only
He faked his death. It's
the only
not real.
thing. Yeah, seriously.
How many times did RJ die? Or JR? JR?
It was
JR.
JR. And it was. That was.
Yes.
That's such a. Wow.
Wow.
So-
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I pulled it out. That's right.
Oh, my bell. Yeah.
I don't know how I
So-
feel about that now.
What?
I don't know. You're too young to name drop like
Who
that.
cares?
JR. Holy smokes.
I got it wrong in the first place. That
That's
helps.
true.
That helps me.
No, I think of as far as British drama that is going on that I want to see. I really think I want to watch. What is that? The Crown with Matt Smith.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. That's pretty good.
Is it?
I saw the first couple episodes.
I want to see that.
By the way, some of the ladies on the Mojo definitely also love the Downton Abbey, so they're with you.
Well, if it's an actual soap opera, that it's not a surprise.
You don't doubt that.
No, if it,
Yeah.
a bunch of guys
Well,
come out there and go, "Oh my God, Downton
I
Abbey
watched
rocks."
a couple of episodes and I was going to check it out. And Keith was, he was going to join me if I thought, and I said, it's a British soap opera. Like, I think he would have gotten tired of the drama too.
The last
Yeah.
British soap opera I ever remember watching was EastEnders, and that
Never
was
seen
Is
my-
that the one where they've got like the really bad Cockney?
I think so.
I'm talking accent. I just want
No,
to
I'm saying I
clarify.
think so. It was.
It's the really bad Cockney.
It used to be on, at least around here. It used to be on the local on the PBS channel, and it would
Sure.
come on at like 11:30 on Sunday nights.
And
And
I'm going to look this up.
my mom used to watch it, and actually, I think it made a brief stretch. I think it popped up on Netflix at one point. But yeah, it was.
It has not popped up on Netflix because I know my British. Like, I love British.
Karen's like, I
TV.
got this. No, I do too. But no, it might not have been that. It was one of the platforms between like them and Hulu and
So
Amazon. But
one of the first things to pop up is Phil Mitchell punches a homophobe and Callum gets his man.
There you go. That sounds about right.
that sounds about it.
And they all talk like this.
Yes,
And they go
because
through everything
because
with
they're-
the head bob and going through.
because they're on the east side.
Right, the EastEnders
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
thing.
It has that.
Gotcha.
Apparently,
They're all from Cardiff. Apparently, they
what,
have that angry.
What's the Star Lord and the actor that played Star Lord?
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt apparently can do the entire cast of EastEnders, their voices,
Oh, funny.
and it's pretty good. He does well.
That's funny.
Also, correction from the Walking Wounded Slug. Defenders is like a good steak. It's rare entertainment.
Wow.
That is so true.
You guys are so good. Also,
It's so true.
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. In response, suck up.
That's awesome.
We know who's getting a shirt next year. Just saying. No, I'm just joking. Anyway,
So funny.
ELS Stealth Jackal already. When at Stephen Airy pulls out how many times did JR die, first thing you know, you're in trouble.
yeah. Darn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
When a person like me pulls that out, yeah. Sucks to be you.
Does
Wow.
Mrs. Brown Boys count as a British soap opera?
I don't know. Maybe.
Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Does what?
Does
No.
Mrs. Brown's Boys count as a British soap opera?
I've heard of that, and I've never watched it.
I'd have to see it.
Well, no, it's more
Oh,
like
is that what that is?
Yeah, it's more like a comedy.
That's more of a comedy. I actually like that show.
It's more of a comedy. It's like Blackadder and all
Yeah,
the rest.
yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no. No, it's not.
And this has been British soap opera talk on no. Okay.
But we have you on today because we have
Yeah.
stories to talk about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
yes,
just
I'm sorry.
Not just Downton Abbey and all the rest.
I
And
know.
The
No,
fact that I've been
tangents are fun. We just if we don't rail it in now, we're going to be
It'll
halfway
go
through the
out-
show.
yeah, it won't
and
be anywhere.
Yes, tangenting.
Mhm.
I gotcha.
We're going to do that anyway.
That is going to happen, especially after this first story. So, a
my
Lutheran
gosh.
pastor, Carrie, what sort of denomination?
Yeah, what kind of line of work
pastor
do you do?
So
What sort of denomination?
no,
I can
what
tell
line-
you
what line
right
of
now,
work?
this is
I just
probably the
wanted to-
Lutheran church body that our congregation would have broken away from, or did break away from. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if this family is the same one that spoke at that Lutheran church body's youth gathering,
Ooh,
national
well.
gathering,
No
where
good.
the speakers encouraged the youth to, as a whole, so 30,000 youth, denounce biblical truth.
Because that's what you go to a biblical,
Yes.
a Christian event, conference,
Yes.
whatever
Right.
you want to call it. That's you hang out with a bunch of other Christians just so you could denounce it
So-
publicly together.
Quick TO.
Yeah.
Side note, to all of you out there who are doing Defenders is like a good steak, keep it up. It is amazing. Keep it up, please. I love you
That
all.
is awesome.
So good. So anyway, so a Lutheran pastor's wife is rejoicing that their transgender daughter, now 12, got the life-affirming, and that's in quotes, guys, life-affirming hormone blockers implanted.
So
Paid for by
us.
the church.
Oh, even
Yeah,
better.
paid for by the church.
I don't.
Insurance covering this procedure was part of the church's insurance.
There's so much about this. Just the headline.
Yeah.
There's so much wrong with this.
Yes.
You know, forget the fact for just a teensy weensy little moment
Right.
that the whole transgender child
It's-
life affirming my left
Child
foot.
harassment.
That's abuse.
That's actually abuse.
That's
Yeah,
child abuse.
Yeah.
Forget
completely.
that. The
Set that
pastor's
aside.
wife
Yeah.
rejoices, which is a bad way to
Not
word
a
that.
good word there.
Mm-mm.
Not use. No.
That
Says it's medically necessary, though.
I doubt that. No.
There's
This
no.
is the second procedure to block hormones.
well, obviously, if the first one
Yeah.
didn't take it, I'd take that as a sign.
That's God saying no.
Yeah, no, that's kind of subtly there. I would take it
Just-
as a thing. But your first responsibility as a Christian parent is to actually parent and guide your child,
Yes.
not let them be blown about by the whims of the world.
So, in all honesty, like,
To be fair,
we can talk about this as a problem. We can talk about this, in this forum, and we know that people hearing us are probably, I would say 99.9% sure that they're on the same page, right, as us. That
Right.
they would also
people that
look
are
at this
listening
and
to us.
go,
Yeah.
what?
yeah,
Correct.
So clearly there is a problem, or at least
clearly.
I would probably venture to guess that the majority of our society would say this is a problem.
Oh, no. Nay.
The majority of our society?
Yeah.
I think the majority
No, the
would.
majority would.
I would hope so, but
Um,
I'm kind of swayed.
I think
against
so.
that.
I think that there is a large group of people that are scared to stand up to it.
Sure.
Okay, no, and I get that
get
part
that
of it.
part,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
But I think that the majority, I really do, because if the majority,
okay. Ooh, see, I got something. So, you can't count it as a majority then if you're not going to stand up and say something.
well,
And you're not part of the
but
majority
this is what
then.
I'm saying. Like so we can
silent
sit here and
majority?
go, this is a problem. Okay, so there's a problem identified.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do about it? Can we do anything about it? I mean, I saw a Texas lawmaker oh, I cannot remember who it was, but is going to try to get it passed that medical procedures to block hormones to change a person's um, uh, physical whatever,
Right.
or stop the hormones and stuff, that can't happen until they're 18. Not that it's in the law, the way that it's written would be not that it's wrong, not that it's illegal to do, but it has to be not with a minor.
Right.
A minor cannot have it done.
That's fine.
Good
with this.
Yes. I'm
Completely
good
fine.
with that. If you want to be
Yeah.
18 and be stupid, then knock yourself out.
Dare to be stupid. That's fine.
Dare to dream. Oh.
I mean,
So for this though, with this child, I mean, like, I guess really is part of the response or part of the thing as Christians, as people who care, as people who want to take a stand, I think is that the point that we do not just identify there is a problem here, but we have to do something. We have to, whether it is educating our children, not shielding them from this kind of crap,
right.
which that is my tendency to say, I don't even want my kids to know this ridiculousness is out there. I mean, I've told my kids about, like, well, my older two definitely know, but my youngest, like, we talked about how some parents give their children hormones or block hormones, and that's wrong. But I think, is it time that we draw attention to say, this is not normal. This is not okay. And here's why scripturally, and here's why socially, and here is why with, well, I guess scripturally and socially.
That's pretty much what I need.
Cover everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, very, very fervently, whoever spares the rod hates their children.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is. Oh, okay.
But what do you do with this?
Well, one, I would
Stop.
Well, no, as a normal person, I would not allow him to be pastor.
Right.
Yes.
I think that would be
part.
be first and foremost. You want to kind of uproot that and get it removed.
But you are talking about a church body that is no longer, they have not been under the authority of God's word for a decade.
So we're talking we're talking about the same thing as, any blab it and grab it.
Basically. And at that point, yeah, I mean,
This is a church denomination that has ditched the Bible, ditched the rule and norm.
Yeah.
And they have traded it for social justice. They've traded it for cultural relevancy and for an agenda that is really sick and twisted.
It is. Incredibly so, indeed.
Okay, so I'm reading quotes that this young girl
Don't do that to yourself.
has well,
Right? It's our job, kind of.
so apparently this little boy who thinks he's a little girl and the parents are allowing this to happen calls himself Rebecca.
Yes.
With an AH.
Yeah, which is
The traditional Christian spelling, obviously.
yes. Okay, so Rebecca took to Facebook last month and declared the following quote: "To say that I'm being abused by being allowed to live an authentic life is not only nonsense. The statistics clearly show that kids who are supported in their gender identity thrive, while kids who are not supported struggle deeply. It's also a slap in the face to victims of actual abuse."
I'm sorry. I'm not going to be talked down to by a 12-year-old.
Well, between her and
Him.
well, yeah, him and the.
It is. I didn't get this far in the article. This is the mom and
Is it the same people?
daughter that spoke. Yeah.
Quote.
Go on. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no. Quote: "To me, being transgender just means being myself," Rebecca told the cheering crowd. Quote: "This is the best part. Y'all hold on." Quote: "It means being who God made me to be.
No, it doesn't.
I was created in the image of God
Right.
to be me."
Which means you were created physically
End quote.
already complete.
No, but did you catch that though? I was created in the image of God, and he added, to be me.
No,
That's not
to
biblical.
be his.
Yes, not to be.
To be God's.
Yeah.
You were
Well,
created in
and
the image-
honestly, if you want to talk about being created in his image, you need to go back in Genesis. It talks about how Adam
Was first
created
created.
in God's image. But then if you go forward to Genesis, once sin happened, or Genesis, we're in Genesis.
Yeah.
Once sin happened in chapter 5, it says that Seth was made in Adam's image. They
Right.
had lost the image of God. We are no longer born created in the image of God. It is when we come to faith, when we are called into faith by the Holy Spirit, that we then are created new. 2 Corinthians 5:17, we're created newly in that image of God. And that is when we
Yeah,
are
you're right.
then
You're right.
in the image of God.
Right, because what you're saying is, it after Adam, when you get to man and woman having children, you're actually created in the image of man, not in the
Yes.
image of God.
Okay.
And that's the sinful nature being pressed down from generation to
Yes.
generation to generation to generation.
This
Yeah.
family is as messed up as a soup sandwich.
Yes.
Because I just read this a
I've
little bit
never
further.
heard that saying before.
He's got sayings.
I got him.
Oh my gosh.
The man has
you're-
some sayings.
That's really funny. Okay.
The
go on.
mom, the mother, on her website's bio, is she
Mother?
is openly a queer woman married to a Lutheran pastor. So let me get this clear. Let me get this clear for just a moment. You're married to a pastor. You are openly queer and you're allowing your children to be transgender. What in the world are you doing? Why are you you're wasting your time being a pastor or in that kind of field? You
Pastor's wife, yeah.
Look, no, like seriously, because if you go back to what the kid says, one of the other things that he tried saying was, quote, I've learned that by being who God has called me to be and by telling my story, hearts and minds are changed. I can change the world. Okay, so if you want to change the world, be a motivational speaker. You, your mama, and whoever else, y'all get the hell out of the ministry. And I say ministry loosely. Get out and stop giving it a bad name.
Right.
Oh, my good Lord.
I would encourage anyone in one of these churches to not walk away, but run. Stand
And I
stand tall, stand strong, stand firm. Let them know why you're leaving, and then run.
Like a fat kid in dodgeball,
Run.
you need to be out of there.
It's so dangerous
Oh,
to
yeah.
be under the guidance
Yeah.
of, I mean, Ezekiel talks all about false shepherds, right? And in Matthew, it warns about false shepherds. And there was an interesting, someone had brought up asking, wait, what about Matthew? I think it's Matthew 21, Matthew 7. Anyway, where it says, Jesus is saying, and I tell you at the end, some will come to me and say, Lord, Lord, gosh, I'm trying to remember exactly the quote. Lord, Lord, we've done all this. We did
all
cast
these
out
good
demons.
works
We
in
did
your
all
name.
this in your
Yep.
name. And I will say, I don't know you.
Yep.
And it's not that Christ will reject those who confess his name. It is that the false shepherds, the false prophets, they are not going to be recognized. They're saying, look at all these works we've done in your name. Look at what we've done. We've tagged your name on it,
Mm-hmm.
but this is all about what we've done. And that's what this is.
It's all
This
about
is,
self.
Look at,
Well, he
Oh.
he did that. There was and forgive me for for getting the exact context of it. I can't remember if it was a sermon or a parable, but he came back and sat there and said, if you do everything for everyone to see here on earth, then that's your reward. Whatever you get, the pat on the back, the recognition you get, congratulations. That's the extent of it.
Yep.
You want something bigger and grander in heaven, then you need to do it for God and for him and not be doing it to get a pat on the back, but do it because it's the right thing to do and because you want to please God. That's how that works.
well, you think about like Mother Teresa, one of the most well-known women of all history,
Yeah.
not doing it to be well-known, just
people found her.
Yeah.
Oh, the music. It always pops up.
Yep.
So much more on the other side, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay.
It's Matthew 7:21. I knew there was a 21 and a 7. It's Matthew 7:21. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
But the
Yep.
one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven.
Right.
On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name and cast out demons in your name and do many mighty works in your name? And then will I declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness.
Because that's exactly what they did. Work lawlessness.
Yes, and in 1 John it says sin is lawlessness. I mean, you know.
You know, it's funny. So it is really funny that we mentioned the whole, you know, made in the image of God versus made in the image of man thing. It's something that I never even think about when I say it. You know, yeah, we're all made in the image of. No, we're not. No,
Right.
We're not.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Well,
What?
Hold on.
as a Christian, you are. Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Like a fine filet mignon.
Mignon.
Defenders Latin. It's mignon. That says
Mignon.
It
It's
says-
French.
It's mignon.
It's mignon. Defenders Live melts like butter in your mouth, then clogs your arteries and halts your heart.
Yes, true. For reals.
Wow.
Defenders. Like a Salisbury steak, it's thrown together and goes best with mashed potatoes and gravy.
What?
I don't know.
That might be my favorite one.
Peekapool apparently is excited about a soup sandwich.
Ooh, soup sandwich.
He says, soup sandwich.
All right, we're coming back. We're coming back.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Welcome back, everybody. Defenders Live, mojo50.com. Go to mojo50.com.
Check us out.
Check us out. Check out the other awesome hosts over there. Also, check out iHeartRadio under the Mojo50
Radio.
umbrella, whatever you call it, the page
Yeah.
there.
That's where we're at on the radio.
That's yeah. Believe it or not, we are a radio show.
Right.
So
we're not just some two random people talking.
yeah, I mean, you could see us on Facebook and Twitter and
Yes.
and the YouTubes and
And the
places like
D-Lives
that,
and all the
D-Lives
rest.
and things like that. But we are a radio show, so you can carry us wherever you would like us to go, wherever podcasts are found. We're there, and if not, you send us a letter. Send us a letter. Yes,
Letter. Yes,
Send
send
me
us
a
a
letter. I want a letter. I want it like
He has a-
addressed.
I want a
What a
wax.
great idea.
I want a wax seal.
No, I don't want that far because then somebody can open it anytime they want to.
No, I want a waxed seal.
Yeah.
Sealed in wax.
Okay. I want the return address in the upper left corner. I want the stamp over here. I want my name in the middle.
You want the whole deal. Send us a letter. You can find our address at doaeshow.com.
Yes, but no, I was gonna say, if we're not anywhere you want us to be or where you commonly hang out. Send us information, a note,
A message.
yeah. Drop
Any
us a
of those.
line on any of the social medias at DOAE Show.
Yes.
Also follow Miss Carrie Malinak. Was it at Carrie Malinak on Twitter?
Yes.
Which
Yes,
she
it
is still
I'm
on
still
hiatus
on my
from.
break.
Yeah, she's on
She's not-
hiatus from,
yeah.
so
I'm on hiatus,
she's sabbatical or whatever.
The
but
only
I'll
time
eventually
she's
get back on there.
the only time she appears on social media is here on the show right now.
Yeah.
Currently.
And this is enough for her. That's what it was. You realize that her
yeah.
her coming on
Being
here,
here.
somewhat regularly has made her get off of social media. She's
I
like,
hate social media.
I don't need it
I
anymore.
don't.
I got
need
plenty
that.
of it
No.
from these guys.
I get one day a
No.
week, and that's all I need.
That's No, I find that my life is
Smoother, more
Better.
peace.
maybe
Mm.
yeah. I was trying to figure out why people post? Like, what's the purpose behind it?
It's a chemical balance. Everybody wants the recognition and the popularity that they never had in high school.
Exactly.
Because if somebody says is a like, then you feel a sudden appreciation. It's a chemical thing. It's endorphins and whatnot. And then
You
what
literally
happens
get
is,
addicted to it.
it makes you feel good. Oh, someone likes what I did. And then the more that people do it,
The more you like it,
the more you like it.
There you
And-
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you feel popular. And then a lot of times it does take you back to those moments of, you were in school and you may not have been the most popular person in the building, and I speak
I
from
don't know what you're
experience.
talking about because I was on debate team. So,
Yes.
I was
and
too.
I was in band
I was too.
I didn't have band.
I was in marching
and
band.
in orchestra.
I-
Yes, I did marching band. Oh yeah,
I
I was
did-
on the flag corps though.
Oh,
for
so was
marching
my
band.
sister. Yeah.
I did marching band, but that was just me with a recorder in the front yard.
Oh, that's just you. Well, that's
I
because
was-
he was homeschooled, everybody.
homeschooled, so-
If you didn't catch that.
Oh my gosh, that is so great. I have to tell my kids that joke. Zeely did our youngest did an entire stand-up comedy routine for a talent show on the ups and downs of homeschooling.
Nice.
That one is really
No, no.
great. Well, one
What-
of her
what-
jokes was
what she needs
made
to
the-
do.
What?
What she needs to do is make a video of it and like do little cut scenes.
Yeah.
And so the ups and downs of homeschooling. Positive. You never have problems going to band camp. And she have a little recorder standing in the just doing this number.
Oh my gosh. Well, one of her jokes was she tried her hand at sports. She was really surprised. Usually people her age don't make the varsity team, but she did. She made the varsity team for solitaire.
Very nice.
Well
done.
it's true. I was valedictorian, homecoming king, and queen.
Yeah.
I was voted most likely to succeed.
That-
I was
that
class
explains
clown.
a lot, honestly.
Oh, you
I
have
was-
a nicer homeschool. She talked about how she lost class president to the bunny,
I
lost homecoming queen to the dog.
I was a sole write-in.
It was
I was a write-in.
it was a swayed vote, honestly.
It really was. I had to bribe people to get that.
Mainly his mom.
I'm loving this whole. Oh, I was in marching band, front yard with the recorder.
That's how this works. This is what happens.
It was me and my brothers. One of us had a recorder. One of us had a kazoo. It was just
Dude, a kazoo.
yes.
So
It was like a
good.
really bad Looney Tunes skit.
That's awesome.
That's
was
so
great.
nice. Anyway,
Good times.
That's really funny.
thinking of not so good times, Moloch statues are now on display in the Colosseum, which is technically a holy site for Christian martyrs, where they're making child sacrifice displays. They're not actually
Yes.
making
No,
child
the-
sacrifices.
The statue
Is of child sacrifices.
the deity
Yeah.
is what they used to sacrifice children to.
Yeah, that's that thing.
Which is actually
Which
this is
sounds
kind of
much better when you
interesting to
word it.
me.
No,
What-
I don't know.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
No, you go ahead, please.
Oh no. Okay, I missed whatever you said.
Yeah, no, I was mocking his
Which is fine.
stumbling over the organizational of the words. I was like,
Oh, well,
"Ah,"
yeah.
and so I was
Oh, that's all good.
mockingly correcting him.
So I think this is really interesting because for a while I've thought, or I don't know, I've put forth or contended, and I say put forth to whom?
To put
myself.
forth, to contend, to wrestle with.
But I think we are living in a neo-Roman culture.
Yes,
Truly.
Yes.
for
you know,
sure.
we have cage fighting,
Yeah.
which is
Oh.
just like the gladiators. It's just not to the death quite yet.
Not quite yet.
The Roman bathhouses. I mean, just walk down
Vomitoriums?
any downtown area and you're gonna see just tons of
Feces?
That's San
well,
Francisco. That's the
vomit?
next story.
Yes.
We're going to the next
No,
story.
yeah,
Next story.
no.
Next story.
but no, you know, it's just a very open sexualized culture that we live in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we do have babies being sacrificed. I would argue that the current Moloch is science
Yes.
yeah.
with abortion.
Mhm.
Well, and
that's,
not
that's
just-
per second.
Well, and go back to transgenderism. It's not just abortions because we're sacrificing our children in the name of,
Right. Well, but
allowing
in the
them to-
Roman time period, and even like up until like in Shakespeare's, like in Shakespearean days, it was not uncommon for men to have young boys as their lovers.
Right.
And that was very, very common. So in Roman days, I mean, you look at what they do now with those little boys, dressing them up like girls and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's just.
so I think it's kind of interesting that they've now put this statue of Moloch right at the Colosseum. It's just fascinating, disgusting.
Well,
Fascinating, but yes.
I've come to a point, and this is my. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's hard to try and be a full like libertarian and everything, and so it takes actual effort sometimes. And part of this effort is, there are people. Now, granted, they're only doing it just to do it. They are just to try and start stuff. But then you have what was it? Is it Seattle? Is it Seattle? They're somewhere up in the upper northwest. They put up a statue of Satan.
Yes.
Was
They
it
did
Seattle?
a Satan worshiping thing. Well,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was Washington State.
It might be a state as a whole. I don't know. Point is, on the one hand, as appalling as it is to me, and as bad of an idea I think it is to me, again, I come from liberty. Do you? If that's what you truly believe, and you're not doing this just to, make a scene,
Right.
then cool. Knock yourself out. But when you do something along the lines of this, where you're taking something and blatantly kind of
You're spitting in the face of
you
another
are.
religion.
This is kind of like, if Al Qaeda or the Muslim Brotherhood or whatever, the Islamic State actually came and put like a flag on top of the World Trade Center. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's almost like that, openly defined. It's not just we're doing this to cause a problem and just to be a scene and haha, look at us.
Right.
But we're turning around and, like Steve said, we're literally trying to spit in your eye. And I don't understand what possesses people to do that.
Moloch.
Are you the gatekeeper?
No, but I am the key holder.
Oh.
So
Yeah, the show.
we're gonna go ahead and back on track. So don't you think though that
Thank you.
you're welcome. Don't you think though that there's you can't be honestly, you can't be fully libertarian
Yeah.
and Christian.
No, that's
doesn't-
that's true. I get that.
And I say that with very much, a lot of political principles I have would be with the libertarian, more so, I guess, conservative libertarian would be where I fall. And that's all I'm going to say politically. But I think that there's such an autonomy, a self-autonomy with libertarianism that a lot of libertarians then take it to the nth degree,
Yep.
where it is, well, I am so autonomous that no one can tell me what to say,
Yep.
think, or do.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but we still fall under the authority
Yeah.
of Scripture, under the authority of God's law, certainly within then
There
Yeah.
are still boundaries and reason.
unending, boundless, unending and boundless grace
Yeah.
of Christ.
Right.
But no one is autonomous wholly and completely unto him or herself.
Right.
I agree.
It's
Because
that
I
entire-
couldn't fully be that either, because I
No.
can't. I do have standards.
No.
But at the same time, like I do find myself leaning more towards I'm very much of a, you know what, you do you. And part of it is because of just the way society is right now. When you have transgenderism and
I was gonna say, you
homosexuality
can't do
just
you do you.
shoved in, no, you can't. And
Because when you do you, then we get these 12-year-old boys who are thinking that their truth
yeah.
that is that they're a girl, and that's okay because it's their truth.
Yeah.
well, it doesn't mean it's actually truth.
No, it's not. It's not. And it's
You
funny.
can't do you. Like, you can't do you do you.
No, keep
There's
saying that,
there's
Carrie,
a bunch
'cause
of doings and yous.
I know.
if you do you, then it saves you $20 from downtown.
That's true.
There you go. There's always an upside.
And embarrassment.
It's called a silver lining. But no, I've never been able to grasp why people would just blatantly just act like this.
No.
Why be a douche?
I don't know, but
Why?
it's not in that fashion. I would say that there is what would you call it?
I don't know.
Punishment on the horizon,
You mean like a plague of sorts?
like a plague of sorts. There's consequences
Are we
to
gonna
all
have,
of our actions
They're
here.
gonna be like locusts,
Yeah, possibly.
maybe blood in the water,
There is possibilities of this too.
frogs.
Yes, I mean there is already urine and feces in the water, so
Bowls.
frogs and blood is not that far away.
You get some bulls.
Sorry, some what?
You know, in your skin, you get
Oh my
you get
gosh.
bulls on your skin.
I'm sorry?
So, not
A
like
boil?
the animal, the bull.
Bowl.
A boil.
A boil on your skin?
Yes, that's what I said. A bowl on your skin.
Right.
It's like a really big zit.
Yeah.
Only it hurts more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually filled with nastiness.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's what I said,
Boil.
a bowl.
A boil.
A bowl. Anyway.
Steven, is your wife laughing?
Yes,
in the
she
background?
is.
I
Yes, she
thought
is.
so.
Oh, it's good times.
Anyway,
awesome.
If you ever go down to
you get a
the-
lesion on your skin. Is that better?
Yeah,
Are we
that's
good
That's
now?
Fine.
We
Then
can move on.
do that. Yes. If you happen to go down to the wonderful city of L.A.
Alive.
Oh, gosh.
What will you find in Alive?
L.A. has leprosy.
That's-
What? We have the lepers in L.A.
So
Yes.
let me get
I don't know. This just makes me think, okay, I don't think it was a leper, but doesn't this make you think of Monty Python? Bring out the dead.
Yes.
Yes.
Bring out the
Yes.
dead.
Well, I mean, we do have this,
I feel happy.
which is actually part of that scene.
Okay.
Leprosy.
Leprosy.
They're talking about the bubonic plague being back in
no.
It's not
Big-
L.A. It's in San Fran.
San Fran has the bubonic plague. Yes, you have the Black Death in San
California
Fran.
is turning into Middle England or into England in like the Dark Ages.
The 12th century.
I'm waiting for like the Spanish Inquisition to show up now.
Nobody expects
It's
the Spanish Inquisition.
Speaking of Monty Python. Seriously, leprosy? Like leprosy, like I thought leprosy was eradicated like in the Bible during Bible times. They had that nailed down back then. You're gonna
Now, normally what they did was they went to a pool and you waited until the pool was disturbed, and then you went into the pool, and once you cleansed yourself in the pool after it was disturbed, it would heal your leprosy. But you had to actually get into the pool first.
before it got disturbed.
No.
Oh, after.
After. You have to be the first one there.
Because otherwise you'd taint it. Yeah, I know what I said.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm reading something right now that says that this is actually a false, just an article or a paper that was causing a lot of fear and rumor, but it actually has not been proven.
Ah, well, the CDC is who brought it out originally.
Yeah, according to the CDC, between 100 and 200 new cases of leprosy are annually reported in the U.S.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm not saying anything. I'm just, well, I'm saying something, but
this particular article we're reading it from is from MSN.com,
yeah.
the lifestyle site. So,
Well, and the thing that I'm reading, it's a doctor who says that I think it's a she.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yes, it's a she. And
How do you
and
know?
it says
Hold on.
that-
How dare you assume
says-
gender?
I know. Well, she's saying that this is ridiculous. That it's really, the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And she said that, really the whole thing is we don't talk about immigration or homeless at all. I don't have one patient
I'm
with
sorry.
the disease who is
I'm
homeless.
sorry. The first rule of Fight Club is.
You don't ever talk about Fight Club.
The second rule of Fight Club is.
You never talk about Fight
The
Club.
third rule of Fight Club is.
You better win.
That's right. And so we say all that to say the first rule of making sure that people don't panic due to a possible bubonic
Right.
plague is.
You don't talk about a possible widespread bubonic plague.
Right. The second rule of making sure people don't scare themselves to death and kill each other from a possible bubonic plague is.
You don't tell them about a possible bubonic plague.
Right. So Dr. Siegel, or Seagal, as I would like to call them.
Steven.
Yes. No, Mark, actually.
Oh, that's his
Brother.
it's his successful brother.
Yes, that's right.
It's the one mom loved.
He didn't go to Louisiana to become a police officer after he decided to.
No, okay, sidebar real fast on that. He's always been a police officer.
Really?
It's been like for years and years. This is not just a
wow.
sudden thing. He's been doing this forever. And they
Steven
just,
Seagal?
yeah, he just only recently like
Came out as a
they did a show and then
yeah.
they actually made him full blown because he's too old
full
and
blown.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's a little too rotund to actually do any other movies, and so he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a police officer now."
Okay,
Well, not for nothing. Where else can you let out that aggression? So he's at least not beating his wife anymore.
that's right.
Just saying. Moving on.
Dr. Seagal added that the USC study discovered that most of the 187 patients with leprosy who were treated in its clinics in 1973 to 2018.
Wow. Wait a minute. 187 between the years of 1973 and 2018.
That's right. Came from Mexico,
so.
where the disease is still widespread.
And the doctor that I was reading the quotes from, her last name, hold on a second here, is, well, it's Ochoa, Ochoa. I think she's Hispanic, maybe.
Right.
It looks like a Hispanic name.
He also noted that leprosy remains remains more prevalent in Central and South America. Over 20,000 new cases are diagnosed annually. Leprosy.
Do you realize, okay, 1973 to 2018 is 45 years.
Yeah, so that's like four a year.
For a year.
Come to America.
For a year.
Yeah,
But that's an epidemic.
that is an epidemic.
In
Yes.
a year.
But if you want to go
In
see them,
LI.
LI, you can easily see any of these people. Just go to South America, Central America. You can find them everywhere. Or you can go to LA and just look around a bit.
This is,
It's there.
look, this is the reason why you wear sandals when you go into a public shower.
No, this isn't the reason why.
No, that absolutely is the reason why.
I thought it was just
It's
athlete's
a good
foot.
reason.
It's a very look, you can get rid of athlete's foot.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Leprosy's forever.
Well,
saying. Not really.
like a public shower, though, too, in a women's bathroom. Like, you've got hair
And
and
nasty.
you don't want that sticking to your feet.
No.
Ugh. That's really gross. This has taken a really gross turn.
Blame him.
Let's go back to leprosy.
Let's go back to leprosy because that's the high bar of it all.
That's
yeah.
the right time to go
Wow.
there. Yeah.
Leprosy.
But
It's just the fact that they're even talking about it is amazing to me. Leprosy, like I said, I hear leprosy and I think of, the Middle East,
right.
first, second century. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I remember Bible stories. That's it. It kind of stops there. Mm-hmm. I don't think of it like
That's the thing.
being
Like,
anything
it is actually
here.
still prevalent in a lot of the more impoverished nations.
Well, and it can be treated,
Yes.
but
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of damage done if untreated.
Right.
Which in an impoverished country, you're going to have a lot of untreated.
Right. And so you
Yes.
have these people that are literally like to get around, they're
All over town?
Yeah. They've got these handmade carts with just like wheels on the bottom that they scoot themselves around on because their legs have been deteriorated to the point to where they're no longer there because of leprosy.
Do the wheels on the cart go round and round and round?
Yes, and sometimes they go bump and up and down. And it's all through the town. Just making sure we understand this.
All I hear is the Beach Boys now.
You would
I would like to know what the number is in LA. Like, did they actually find?
Like you said, so 100 to 200 cases are new annually reported.
Yeah. Okay.
So 1 to 200 people annually are reported to have it. The USC study discovered that 187, most of the 187 patients that they found between the years of who were treated between
in
1973.
Mexico, it's widespread.
Yes, right. They're all from Mexico, is basically what it is.
Right.
So you have lepers coming to America.
That sounds like I was gonna say that sounds like a new Eddie Murphy movie. Coming to America.
I'm so glad we all got that reference.
Yeah.
You should be too young to get that reference.
I'm not too young to get any reference.
Uncle.
You keep calling him out as so young.
He is.
I'm only a few years younger than this guy.
Yeah, but I'm an old soul.
So am I. I just look young.
No.
I thought we decided you were a curmudgeon-y soul.
He is a curmudgeon soul.
Oh, that too.
I've
already hit I don't even have a yard yet, and I'm already like
get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, turn your music down. Can I have my discount now? I'm gonna be that crotchety old man at the VA. Just turn around. I don't even go to the VA. I'm gonna go and hang out at the VA. Hey, I remember
back in May Day.
Speaking of that, we got a guy that we know who actually should have been picked up on the bus right now to go into boot camp for the Navy. Mason.
Wow.
Mason.
No.
Yep. He texted me just a little while ago. Well, not a little while ago. On my way here.
Nice.
He is officially at O'Hare and was waiting for the bus to pick him up to start his first beginnings of boot camp. I said, God bless you, little boy. Little
God
brother,
bless
love
him.
you to death. He'll be back in a couple after training. He's going
6
to
months?
Charleston. No, yeah. He'll be there for a year and a half. So.
Oh, I love Charleston.
I've never been, but
Two of my kids were born there.
No, good for them. No, I'm going to go down and see him once he gets in there because he's going to be there for about a year and a half. And once he gets down there, I'm going to drive down and see him. So I'll get to experience Charleston for the first time.
That's pretty nice.
The food is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, before I go, I have you give me like a list of good places to go eat because
You know what?
Fat Boy has to
will.
maintain his girlish figure.
Mm-hmm.
Keith has he's put together. He had so many people ask him, oh, what should we do in Charleston? What should we do in Charleston? Well, ask us. But Keith is proactive, and he actually put together a full list. And it's got restaurants. It's got things to do. It's really very comprehensive.
Is it in any particular order? Is like an actual best to worst kind of order, or worst to best kind of an order?
It's all best.
Oh, but there has to be like a
No, it's like the Marines. Best of the best of the best.
no,
Yep.
sir. But that's an impossibility.
Not
no,
true.
it's not. It's Charleston.
All you got to do is chew it, baby.
Look, I'm not. If I have
Charleston chew.
I got it. I got it.
on.
I have my
I got
issues. I have my issues with South Carolina as a whole because they take a lot of our stuff and claim it's theirs.
Really, dude?
Yeah,
A little bit of Carolina jealousy going
it
on,
is.
huh?
It is. And
Like
in all fairness,
brothers.
I like to say the only thing I've actually dealt with as far as South Carolina goes is Myrtle Beach, and
That's not bad.
No,
That's not bad.
no.
It could be worse.
then Myrtle Beach, really?
Yeah, Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Atlantic Beach? Yeah, no, I got you.
See?
No, you got that. No, but I'm talking about like,
Yeah, it's
on
bad.
this side.
That's a tourist trap.
Myrtle Beach is not what you can judge
No,
Charleston or any other part of South Carolina.
and that's
off
what
of.
I've made the
Or the
determination I'm going to do is I'm not going to hold it against it. I'm going to actually explore a little bit and see how good it is. Because right now I'm a little bitter about, we house all of their sports teams and they turn around and go, oh, it's ours. Shut up. It's not yours.
Oh, get some she crab soup. Oh, so good.
Who's crab soup?
Who's crab soup?
She crab.
Oh, okay.
So good.
Is it better than a he shit?
Is it better than a shim crab?
Yep.
A Z? All right.
Z crab soup.
I think we have bells.
We do have some bells.
Hit the bells.
Hit the bells.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Tuesday, November 12th. Today we had 3 missed innuendo bells, 49 actual bells, 1 rim shot, giving us an A for the day. Peace out and have a good night, y'all.
Not too bad. Guys, go to mojo50.com, doaeshow.com. Check out the new website. Tell us what you think about it.
Yes, that's at Carrie Malinek on the Twitters.
On the Twitters, though she's
One
not
day
there
I'll
right
go
now.
back.
She'll be there.
She'll be back one day.
Send messages.
She'll respond to all of those.
At DOA Show on all the social medias. Guys, we will see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Bye.
Bye.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!